Hello and welcome again to my channel. My name is Mark Butchers, and today in presentation I'm going to show you first extension that I've done to that initial house. Yeah, and as well as I'm going to show you the other works that I've done, my gardening, the underground compartment that I did for the generator, as well as boy house works or construction, and my poultry project. Yeah, so those are videos that I want to show today. So this will be the extension, I would call it extension number 1 and number 2 because they are all more or less combined together. So that will be that presentation today. And after this presentation, then I will be left with the last one, which I call the extension number 3, or the final stage of the extension. And that will be it for the construction of my house at the block. Yeah, and then after that, it's going to be certain areas of the house and as well as of the block to do a final complete work on it, and then I should be done to live my life, me and my family at our house at our block. Okay, so now I will start off with the slide. Unfortunately, I don't have many videos. I think I only have 1 or 2 videos for this first and second extension works. And so I will show you also that, but most of it is all still pictures, so I'm going to show them by slide, and the same that I've done to the first initial video presentation that I did, which I showed you the slides and as well as did some explanations. So I'm going to do the same as well. Okay, with that, then let's go and start off with the last slide that I showed you when I showed you the initial stage, and we'll take it from then on. Okay, right on the camera is the initial house, the 5 by 5 meter house that I've done, which I think that's the end of the first presentation. That's the video, or I mean the slide. Okay, so we will start from then on, and now we will move forward to see the first extension of my house to this initial house. Okay, that's the first house that I've done, the 5 meter by 5 meter. That's from another angle with the makeshift house there. Okay, that's that one. So that's the first extension project that I've done, extension of the house to the original house. So you can see the house on the other side there, at the other end. That's this one here. That's the original house, 5 meter by 5 meter. And this is now the first extension that I've done. So the initial house has 3 posts, and now this one here will have 2, and the third one of that main initial house will become the third. So total of 5 posts altogether. So the length of the house now would be about 10-11 meters, and the width would be about some 5-6 meter. But inclusive of the veranda here and the veranda on the other side, will now make it more or less like 10-11 meters also. Okay, so this is the what I call the first extension. Okay, then this will be also together with the first and second extension. So this will be the original first extension to this original house, and then the extension of the veranda and extension of the other veranda on the other side will now make it become like the second extension work. So this will be like together, more or less together with the first and second extension. And then then later I will show you, after this presentation today, the next final presentation will be the third extension, which will be somewhere from here and moving further down that side. Okay, so that's the same. That's the same one. Okay, that's from the angle below. Okay, I just want to mention here, you will see I use this canvas to do the wall in here, and you will see here, this is sago stock, the part of the stock that holds the actual sago trunk, So this is the branch, the stock base of the leaves, or the branch of the, yeah, it's not really branch, they don't branch, but they are the leaves, the base of the leaves, leaf stock. Okay, so this one here. Okay, this I got them from Misima. So I got some youths to gather those ones, because in Misima we use this one for walling, including, even we also use the sago leaves also for the walling. We also use the sago shell that you can peel off from the branches. Um, yeah, it's some sort of stock, sago stock. Yeah, you can whip that and also use it as a as a walling. Yeah, so this one all the way from Michima to Alatau, and then I further ship it from Alatau to here, Port Moresby. Okay, so my intention was to promote traditional local materials, building materials. You can see on the other slide, the first one of those ones. You see this? This is sago leaves. I use this one. So my intention was to use this sago leaf, and as well as the sago stock for the walling, the leaf for the roofing. But unfortunately, because I didn't have, I don't know about many people here who own sago, I would have gone and got them from there. That's one. But two, I think the main reason why I didn't use this one as a roof, sago leaves, is because I needed to get water, rainwater. So that's why I need a corrugated iron, roofing iron, so that I can be able to capture water, because water was a problem for me at this block. But otherwise, I would have used sago leaves. One is to promote the local materials, and two is with this sago leaves roof, I think that will cool the inside the house. The iron sheet here, corrugated iron for roof, it's inside the house becomes very hot. Even you have the ceiling, it's still hot, and so that was my purpose. I wanted to use this one to make my house cool, and as well as promote the local materials. But just because I have limited stock here, I couldn't use it. Okay, so that's where this one here becomes. You can see it's very neat the way we did it. It's neat and tidy, and all we would have done is either paint it or varnish it, and so that it can be protected from adverse weather in terms of sun and rain, so that it can prolong its life, so it can stay longer. But anyway, so that's the short story of this. Okay, so let's move. All right, so that's the completed house now. Unfortunately, I didn't have detailed pictures of the construction when we were doing the studs and all those ones. So now the house is complete, and that one, same one. You will note as I go on with the slide, you will note that we have removed this veranda here from this sago thatch roof. We removed this and we extended this roof to come down. So that's another improvement, and as well as we have extended the veranda here, and extended the roof also down here, and as well as on the other side. And that should be the extension works number 2. Okay, you can see now, so we have already changed. We have now took that sago leaf roofing out, and we extended this corrugated roofing iron here, and so we extended this house to come down here, and we have this veranda here. You will see the same we did on the other side. Okay, so that's the same here. This is now the other side. Okay, so that the extension works here. This one also comes down here together, and so that's become that extension veranda on the other side, and extension veranda on here becomes the extension number 2. And this one here, the initial one here, this is the extension number 1. Okay, so you see, that's the extension number 2 of the verandas on the other side and this side comes out here. So it comes along here. And extension number 3 will be now from here and coming all the way down here. Okay, that will be presented in the next presentation. Okay, so that's that. You'll see this my trees here. This is beach calophyllum, another one here. This area was bare. Now we have planted trees here and flowers. So now it has now become bushy. Even the whole area now is bushy. Right, so that's the top view of the house after we have completed extension number 1 and number 2 together. You can see it's bare. If you see today, it's bushy. All right, let's closer look. That's the stairway that goes down to the bottom floor or ground floor, and this is the top floor. Okay, this area was really muddy. There are some slides which I will show you. It has become really muddy, and we have to work this one, and eventually we fill that with stones, and then eventually it cemented that. Now it is okay, and this is the wall that we've cemented to protect this from the side walls from the erosion and being washed down here. All right, so that works there. All right, so this is the muddy area I was talking about. That's the same area. You can see. Yeah, so it's really muddy. You see, because most of this the material here is clay. So when the water is trapped here, it causes this clay now to turn into mud. And so this is what happens. Okay, so this is the works of that are doing the wall. This one here, this wall in here, this one here. So that's the construction works on that. That's the same. They have to work in the night. We're under pressure to complete that. Okay, so that's now after we have done the wall here, cement wall. We're now working on the drain. Okay, there it is.
Stone wall ko gino. Dundi maliwa wake. Na situ aliahani ya ponto tanalia. You too. Mata. Hey, style ya. Yo. Kana kama ipate nasi lana bulina tualali stone wall Hani ini malanik. Yalas. Thank you.
All right, so that's the completed house now. So this is the extension number 1 coming out here from the initial house of 5 meter by 5 meter. So we have the top floor, that's for sleeping. We have 5 rooms in there, and the bottom floor is used for dining area, kitchen, shower, and toilet, and even living area too. And my office is on this side, underneath as well. That's another angle shot. You see, this is rosewood and my mustard plants. Okay, so that's another nearly same angle. So you see the verandas on this side and on this side. Then you see that one on top there too. I'm just trying to become creative. So this is middle one, and the center one is the extension number 1. And the extension number 2 is part of this veranda and this veranda on this side. So eventually all of this became one house. And the extension number 3 will be from here all the way down. And this mango here will be inside the house. Okay, so there is a story about this mango. This mango, when we did the extension number 3, this mango was inside the house. We couldn't cut it because it was already big, bearing fruit. So we thought, we'll just leave it. And so when we did the extension number 3, it just happened that this mango tree was right in the shower room area. So what we did was we trimmed the branches at the lower part, and then the top one right to the top. So we made a hole in the roofing iron, so that the top branches protrudes out of the roof, while the trunk of the mango is inside the house in the shower room. Okay, I captured this one also. There's a video that I've done on that. I probably will show you later. Okay, this cement here, this is underground compartment where I hid my generator. I didn't like the sound. Generator disturbing. So what I did was I dug this and created a compartment there and put the generator underneath. And the access into that area is inside there. We dug a tunnel so you can go inside, and then under the ground come right to this compartment, start the generator, come back, close the door here, and then come up again here and close the other door, and you will have less noise. You can have the power and less noise. Most of my power I got from the solar. So I use solar panels and the solar batteries. So that's for my lightings. Even for small appliances like TV, my computer, and charging of the phones, those I get from the solar through the use of the inverter, regulator and the inverter. But the generator, I use it for bigger appliances like circular saw, drill, hammer, jackhammer, the big electrical jackhammer, and other electrical appliances. So I use a generator to power those. Okay, so this is the back part of the house. Okay, so this is the mango here. So the extension number 3 comes all the way out here, somewhere here. And this is now in the shower room. The shower room of the extension number 3 house is here, and that's my house now. That's my shower room. This whole area here, this whole house here, from the veranda to right to here. All of these I have now converted and created 9 rooms, and those are the rooms that I have now renting to the clients. And so in that rental rooms, the top one I have 9 rooms, and the bottom one is the common shower room, common toilet, common kitchen, common dining area. Okay, of the building. We have this 9,000 liter tank here, and then I put this tank here, so we pump the water from here, goes up here, and then now comes down and distribute to the shower and the toilet inside here. Yeah, we have a washing machine there. And that's the same shot. You can see above there, those are my solar panels. That's inside the house. Okay, so inside the house, because we have the top floor and the ground floor, so this is the ground floor. The ground floor is the one that we have made into our living room, kitchen, and shower and toilet is located, as well as our dining area. And the top stairs is for sleeping only. That's inside the house. That's the kitchen area. And the shower room and toilet is here. Yeah, so that's the dining table and kitchen there.
Oh, mommy is washing. This is our house at the back. Yes. And then, mommy, hold it.
Washing what? Doing
Washing our clothes. Hi. Man, that is. Oh. Wah, limi ka mana? Huh? What's that? I don't know. There should be in one. Yeah, one. Okay, just check whatever you can find. Use it. Yeah. Mana olha pequeno. Toilet, shower, fridge. Oh, workshop dia. Generator, powerhouse, battery, solar batteries. Kitchen, storeroom, toilet,
Okay, that's on top of the house. We have these rooms here, and this is just another. That's the veranda that we did. So now boys are working on this to finalize this one into another room, and that's why we have 5 rooms on top. That's the bottom. Okay, that's our baby. The girl, the last born, she was born while we were at the block in this house. And that's the mother there and the baby. Same one. That's my baby there. Oh yeah, so we did this another kitchen outside for cooking, using firewood, all this. Okay, so that's my baby. And that's my sunny boy, Maxon. This cement here, I will show you later. Beneath this cement is the underground compartment where we put the generator. I don't think I have any shots of the generator while it was in the underground compartment. Yeah, so that's under the house. Yeah, all the fun we had. This is actually now underneath that the third extension actually. That's that first extension. Ground floor, the kitchen, dining room area. Preparing to go to work. And there's my kids. Yeah, that's the kitchen area. Mom, and that's actually our last girl. She's now big. Yeah, and that's the same girl there, on top of shoulder of the big brother. That's underneath. Must be some sort of celebration. That's my office under the house as well, on the ground floor. Okay, so that's part of my office. My table here, my laptop. It's the same one. Okay, still the back of the house, the block. And kids, this area is our water tank area, and I think we just completed that, and we haven't moved all the tanks yet. And the guys, kids and their friends, enjoying themselves on the tank stand. That's under the house. Oh, I think that's the same celebration part of that year. And there it is again. Now that's the family. That's my kids. So our last one, born at the block, and now, yeah, that's her when she was small. Yeah. That's our shower room, the toilet. Okay, this is when we were constructing the underground compartment for the engine generator. Okay, so we did this. We dug that and then eventually filled these ones. After we did this compartment, we fill all these ones back with the soil, the clay. Yeah, so that's the one. So the generator was brought in. And we did this, and then what we did later was we cut this area here and this area as well, and we dug it all the way out there, and this one all the way out. So we had two holes for air ventilation, because we had actually blocked this cement, this whole one, the top, and those are the cement that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so that's the side view. Yeah. So actually, the entrance to this underground compartment is there. So underground as well, underground entrance. So you have to go. After we did the second extension of the house, it actually came out somewhere here. So this one was under the house. So we did the extension. But actually, before, when it was outside, we did the entrance here. So you go inside here and then come out here, because we cover all these ones. So it was an underground tunnel that we did for the access into this area. Eventually, when we did all the extensions, eventually this became was inside the house. Okay, so that's the entrance. So we did this, and then we eventually covered it also. So you will get inside here. There was a step here. Get inside and go inside underground, and go inside to that underground compartment where the generator is. That's the same. All right. Talking about the garden. This is the garden that we did. We did this shelter here, so we put the shade cloth over this one here. So they provide the shade to plant the garden. We planted actually cabbages in all these beds. You can see beds are also made of timber, so they were raised. And then because of water problem, we put those plastic sheets there and put the soil on top, so that when we water, the water doesn't escape, all the time. At least it stays there to moisture the soil and give water to the cabbages. And you will see at the back here, this is where the boy house will be. At this time, there's nothing. We did not do that yet. I will show you slides later on. Yeah, so that's our garden, and that's the one. Eventually, we put in the green shade cloth, and beneath them is cabbage. Yeah, so cabbage for ourselves and surplus we sell. This is our kitchen here, local style kitchen, firewood, wooden stove kitchen. Okay, so mustard. I planted mustard here. I wanted to do mustard and sell as well. You can see my bananas there, and as well as this breadfruit. Yeah, that's the same sort. Okay, so now you can see this on this side here. This is the boy house. There's the toilet and shower, and the kitchen. So we have already constructed the boy house, and that's the shower and toilet and kitchen area. You'll see that in the later videos, slides. Okay, that's the chicken. The local chickens that we raise is, you can see, we just put this shade cloth over it, and around it we use it as a fence. We did have some slight problem, thieves come in from the back and they come and just either cut this shade cloth or come in, because we didn't actually provide a better security to this. Anyway, things happen, so it happened. Yeah, but that's no longer there now. Now we have improved it, and we moved it from the back to somewhere in the middle where we can watch it. Yeah, so those are our chickens here, local chickens. They've now laid egg and hatch, and you see those chicks. Okay, so this is part of it. There's a banana here. That's the house. That's the lower side of the house. And that's the same area as well. And you see, that's the last bone I was talking about. And I don't know what she's doing, probably chasing the chickens and the chicks. Yes, you can see our breadfruit as well there. Mango, the mustard here, blackberry tree. We plant casuarina here, beach casuarina. Pawpaw here, yeah, bananas. That's the breadfruit. I don't know, it must be, many people say that's a Samoan variety because it doesn't grow big and then it bears fruit. And not so big, but it bears fruit nearly like all throughout the year. So that's one good thing about this breadfruit. And it helps us, Actually, the first fruits that we gave it away to the pastors with the belief that you bless other people with this, and then the first fruit you give it away, and that should now create this blessing that will indirectly come back, so that it can continue to bear fruit. And it did work. That sort of belief, it did work. Because then this breadfruit continues to bear fruit, nearly like all year round. After all this this fruit in here and harvest, and then I think after about 2 months or 3, then it starts to bear fruit again. And so that's we were lucky to have it, because then we have breadfruit, every now and then. You can see that tree there, the branches coming out. That's the spondias or jungle fruit. Actually, it grew really big, but today we have trimmed it already, and to make it become lower. Even this breadfruit as well, we trim the branches now, and to reduce the height, so that it can bear fruit, just below ground level, where it's easy to access and to harvest. And this is there. Okay, this cement here, this is the one that I was talking about. That's the top of the underground compartment. this cement here. But see, we have not filled this one, and erosion has washed away this. So now the cement is like exposed, and beneath it there's no more soil. Yeah, but beneath is the underground compartment, and the generator is beneath. Yeah, I think same ones. Okay, so this is the spondious tree here, or jungle fruit. At that time it was still growing small. Now it's big. Yeah, now bananas. All right, so this is now the side of the house, and that's the boy house. Okay, so you will see this is the rosewood tree here, and that's beneath it is the mustard growing there. I have my beach calophyllum here, and the other one is on this side here. So I think now we are moving on to the boy house. Okay, so that's the boy house. We have the sokari tree here, the boy house there after constructed, complete. And this is the kitchen, shower, toilet. And this underneath we dug here, but that would be the dining area. You can see the toilet pot as well there. And that's the one. And you can see this is the garden area that I was talking about. You see those that said cloth, all those ones. So we have now removed those. We decided to get the garden off, and you can see here. You see all these marks here. That's where the beds were, and this was in between, and the grass is in here. Okay, so we have removed that. I think we got tired of gardening. We removed that, and yeah. So that's the boy house. Oh yes, okay. So that's Mrs. Bacon's scones. That's from the house, done at the house. And that's the baking saucepan or baking dish. He uses this pan to bake the scone. There it is. That's inside the house. You see my TV there. We had this was powered, and my radio there. They were all powered from the solar power. And that's my daughter. Yeah, so we do watch. We had MTV. We bought the antenna and hooked it up, and we watch MTV. So that's yeah, that's my son there under the house. The ground floor, the kitchen and the dining area. Yeah, and that's my daughter. She actually is probably the owner of the block, because this is where she was born. And those are our puppies. Yes, that's the mother there. There. And I think that is now brought to the end of my second episode or block development presentation on the slide and the video. All right, that brings us to the end of the presentation on the second development or extension of my house, my block. And I hope you did enjoy watching, although it's slides. I think only a few videos. And I also hope that you have learned something from my video presentation on my block and house development. Yeah, so please, if you have not subscribed, if you can, give it a thumbs up and drop some comments where you want to, if there's some things that you want to learn more about, you want to know more about. If there's some things that you know that I didn't know and I didn't do them correctly and accordingly, please, I need your support as well. With that too, I'm going to now present to you certain individual video that I have captured on certain activities that we've done, as part of the block development. So I will now show you all those as well. In the likes of our solar panel installation, as well as the battery mounting and the wirings that we've done from the solar panel down to the batteries, and as well as on the lighting, and doing the switches and all those. The digging of the well, and some other works that we've done. Underground improvement that we've done to convert that now from the generator compartment into my office, underground office or underground compartment where we store some stuff. Video presentation on other works that we've done. All right, with that, thank you very much, and see you in the next video presentation.